Memories are the record of people's sojourn on earth. Our mortality does not overpower the energy of time. All we leave behind are a couple of pictures that narrate diversely in each mind. But memories too are revised over different periods. They break, grow, enclose, wither, and yet retain a part of themselves to remember. As much as the city evolved into being the example of a cosmopolitan space, Bangalore still has its roots appear in the most exciting ways. The Krishnaraja or Kea market is one of Asia's largest flower markets. Would you believe if I said that this place was once a battleground? Yep, that's right. The largest flower market in the city covers up the blood laden ground in the most organic ways. The Bangalore fort present within the premises of Kea Market is standing proof of a grand backstory to this claim. Kea Market was established in 1928. The market location has been a water tank and then a battlefield in the 18th century during the Anglo-Mysore Wars. As the story goes, the last 3 decades of the 18th century witnessed a series of wars between the Mysore Kingdom and the British East India Company. Tipu Sultan, the famous Mysore ruler who was the successor of Hyder Ali, fought vehemently against the British till his last breath during these wars. After establishing Kea Market, a concrete three-story structure was erected in the 1990s between two old British buildings to provide more space for vendors. With the basement as underground parking, three commodity specialized levels included flowers and vegetables on the lower ground floor, dry goods on the upper ground floor, and tools and machine accessories on the first floor. While exploring this interesting portion of Bangalore, we spotted a British era school nearby named Vani Vilas Institute. Vani Vilas was a woman of a royal family who encouraged education for women. She was titled the People's Queen. As a commemoration, later kings of the Mysore dynasty started the school under her name. During a recent renovation of the 150-year-old school in December 2020, authorities got eyes on what may be a 700 to 800-year-old temple artifact. A half-done tablet of a Shiva Parvati mold was found buried under the loose soil when the premises was being dug to build two classrooms. The panel looked like a piece that belonged to the nearby Jalakanteshwara temple. Now the details of how the panel landed underground still remains a mystery. Brushing away from the market chaos, the Bangalore fort lies majestically in a corner. The fort was built by our very own Kempagowda I in 1537 as a mud fort. In 1687, Chikkadeva Raja Vodayar, after the purchase of Bangalore from the Mughals, built an oval fort adjacent to this existing large fortress covering the city built by Kempagowda. Being a military chief himself, Hyder Ali rebuilt the entire fort in 1761 using modern methods and materials like granite for construction. He designed 26 bastions that stationed several soldiers. Two prominent gates that held the fort were the Delhi Gate facing north and Mysore Gate facing south. During the 1791 siege by Lord Cornwallis, part of the fort was damaged. Over the following decades after 1900, the fort's granite and military cantonments were demolished for civil and administrative purposes. The fort now holds only one bastion out of the 26 built by Hyder Ali. The inscriptions and carvings within the fort stand out exceptionally, revealing the glorious history of the building. The engraving of Tipu battling a tiger expresses the remarkable event of him defeating the animal with his bare hands. Recollecting this journey, there is a parallel connection between the early origins and the present. Kea Market resides over the remains of different hierarchical power from the British to the Marathas to the Mughals. Today's bustling bazaar houses sellers across the country. You find vibrant rangolis being sold from Pune to Gulmarg flowers from the local sites. Individuals are connected by trade while the empires before fought over separate commerce. As we get back to the bus and the urban side of the market, it makes one wonder how our age would be rewritten, or would it be remembered at all?